Are you tired of tracking your orders? Do you fear that sometimes you might have missed placing some order and are tired of following up through emails and phone calls to your supplier to track the status of your orders? Hello friends, Positex is presenting to you a real-time tracking system of your orders which is online, on which you can easily log in as a buyer or a brand and look at the status of your orders at any time. So let's see how this thing works. So we shall be providing you with a URL which is like erp.positex.in. Once you go there, you can see here we have a buyer and brand login icon. You can just click on this and this is the page that will open up. So here we are given two sections. One is the buyer, one is the brand. I'll be showing you both in this video today to understand how both these parameters work. So firstly, taking up as an example for buyer login. So I am taking a buyer as an example over here. So for example, I put in the credentials. So what we are doing is every buyer and every brand shall be given one login for the entire company, and through that login you can log into the dashboard that we're providing you. So you see, as soon as you log in, a dashboard like this opens up for your company. Yeah, so this is the company RB Apparel Private Limited. For this, the entire dashboard is presented over here. This is based on our dynamic ERP that we are using in our company, in which each and every order is tracked from the state of placing the order till the final delivery is not done. Each and every stage with respect to your FPT, your sample approvals, shipment sample approvals, your lab dips, everything is tracked on a very day-to-day basis, like the TNAs that you follow, and based on that we are able to generate this report for you as well, so that you can track at your end as well. So after a long almost like a year and a half's work, we've been able to finalize this complete system and present to you. So let's see how this thing works. So obviously the period that is there, you can always pick up a custom period that you want from here. For by default we've taken a 1 year period, so that you can look at your last 1 year's orders. You can also go to last month financially wise, and you can also do a custom period as required. So once you log into this detail, you can see we have given 6 kinds of sheets over here. One is a bulk order report, and this is the summary that you can see. This is summary for the bulk order report also, which at a simple glance will tell you that 94.6% orders that have been received by Positex from this company have already been executed, and 5.4% orders, you can also see 5.4% orders are due, but which are not due. These are pending orders, I would say. These are 5.4% orders are pending, but they are still not due, that the ETD is yet to come, right? So that means more or less you would know that there is no order which is in the delayed space, so that you can relax and you can bank upon our services. Similarly, we have a sheet which is taking care of the sampling orders. Whatever sampling yardage orders you've placed to us are also being tracked by us meticulously, so that each and every sampling that you place to us is delivered to you, so that you are able to take care of your requirements. Similarly, for the sample cards also, so you look at the journey, which is wherein you firstly demand for a sample card, then we move to the sample yardage stage, and then we move to the bulk stage. Right, so sample cards also, whatever sample cards you are asking us whenever we meet you, based on the minutes of the meeting and the customer inquiry form that we fill with you, all those sample cards are also punched, and we are able to track those orders as well. So you see, it works like a funnel. That's sample cards, sample yardages, and number of bulk orders received. So we are tracking as to what is there. You also can see that all the details of your salesperson with the contact number and email ID, with the merchant's name and the CRM name, all these things are mentioned over here for your easy reference and quick connect. So let's look at all these things one by one in detail. So what I had promised you is that once you log into this, you can look at all your PI. You see these are all clickable icons that you see over here. Once you click on the total PI, a page like this will open up for you, wherein all the PIs issued to your company based on each and every order that you've given to us are being displayed over here. So you can see that all the orders that you've placed with us, everything is detailed over here. The PI date, all these PI numbers are also clickable links, wherein you can click and look at the exact PI that has been placed by you. Yeah, so this will again pop up as a new page, and you can look at the exact PI that has been given by you. Further, if you have a buyer PO number, if there's a brand name that is linked with it. So for example, sometimes you might be receiving an order from a particular brand that is mentioned over here, article number, color, with the ETD, bulk quantity. Yeah, every detail, the pricing, everything is given over here. And also we look at the lab dip, whether the lab dip is approved or it is required. You can see if it was a required lab dip, That means the lab dip at the time of order was pending, then we have a lab dip approval date also, right? So this is also very clear. If you have something which is required and is not updated, then you will be able to clearly see that, okay, this particular thing was pending and is not being updated. For example, FOB approval, there are cases when there are self FOB approval, that is wherein Positex can do self approval of the thing, whereas in cases when it's a buyer specific color, buyer specific order, or in general cases, we've made it a habit that every case we now sending you a FOB first of bulk from the bulk production that has been done for you. We are sending an FOB approval for you from the buyer's thing. Normally in this case there should have been an FOB approval date, but I think being an old record, it's not updated, so we'll take care of that in future as well. Similarly, the shipment sample submission date, if you've asked for a shipment sample, we will be providing you a shipment sample submission date also over here. FPT testing, a lot of cases, wherein it's a brand specific order and you have given us testing requirements, we will be mentioning over here as required. So you see, because it's mentioned as not required over here, we have not given you any test reports, but in case wherein a buyer is specified for a test report at the time of ordering, we'll mention this as required, and alongside there will be an FPT approval date as well that we will update in our system. Right? Inquiry number is more or less for an internal purpose, wherein we track each and every inquiry that you give us. Now coming to the quantity of goods that we ship to you, the planned is the quantity that of PO that you gave us. Vis-a-vis, we are tracking what amount of quantity we have supplied to you. For example, we are looking at how much quantity was shipped to you. That is, like example, for 335 meters, we've shipped you 335 meters and there's a 0% variation. In this case, there's 623 meters, we've shipped you 625 meters, there's a 0.32% variation. So more or less based on industry standards, we look at a plus minus 5% variation for small orders and plus minus 3% for large orders. So that is also being tracked by us when we shipping goods to you. All the invoice details are also given over here. You can see the invoice date, the invoice number and the invoice amount. Everything is mentioned clearly for you to track. So you can always see at what date these goods were shipped to you. Right, further is the order status. You can see that all these orders are already closed. There are some cancelled orders. If there would be any pending orders, would also be, like you see, this is showing as blank over here, select. So that means this order is still pending to be shipped to you. Yeah. So this is the way you can majorly review your bulk sheet. Similarly, we have sampling as well for you. When you go to your sample sheet, okay, this will be taken care of. So similarly, the way we look at the bulk report, similarly the sampling sheet will also open up, wherein you can track each and every sample yardage that you've ordered and what is the status of the same. And then I go to sample card also. I just go to the total, and all the list of sample cards which have been sent to you will be displayed over here. All the sample cards with the dates, everything is given over here with the sample card dispatch details and whether the status is closed or not. So you can easily at a click of a button track everything. A lot of times you would only be interested to see the pending orders. So you can click simply on the pending list and only the pending orders will pop up for you, right? So you can just simply see the pending orders over here. So that was more or less, so this bulk order report, sample order report, sample card report, almost all these three tabs we have covered through this total and total. The same report will open from here as well. Also, as a matter of transparency, what we also doing is we are maintaining our own MIS, which is also given as pure scoring to you. You can easily track what has been the performance of Positex in working with you, with your company. So what we are doing is we make sure that all the orders that we have taken from you are dispatched from our side on the quantity perspective and whether they're dispatched in time or not. So these are two commitments that we make to you, that we will execute all your orders. For example, what you can see over here clearly is that in the last 1 year, again, there's a time period selected, total whatever orders we've taken from you, minus 4% orders have not been shipped, right? So we now know that, okay, there's some pendency still there, but 4% orders are not shipped to you. Wherein further, whatever orders have been shipped to you, whether they have been shipped to you or not in time, is also what we track very clearly. So we can clearly see from here that out of the total orders, 64% orders were shipped to you in time, that is the ETD as per the PI. 5% orders were 0 to 15 days delay, so that is the timeline that we take as a grace period. And we can also see that 30% orders were shipped late to you, that is beyond the ETD that was committed to you. So certainly over here there would be some reasons and all engaged, but obviously, you know, we would be keeping you posted on your dashboards as to if there's any delay, and plus our merchant team is continuously working to update you as well in case they foresee any delay or any unforeseen thing in a particular order. It is their job to update you well in time so that you are also able to plan your productions accordingly. So that is more or less about the buyer dashboard, so you could see how easily you can completely look at your order details. Now I'll be moving you to the brand dashboards, that is useful for the brands wherein they are working on this sheet. So as I had explained, a buyer can look at his particular details vis-a-vis a brand would be able to look at the details of all his buyers over here. Let me just log in. So again, this credentials would be shared with you so that you can log in easily. So in this case, I'm looking at for some of my buyers from Bangalore, which is Reliance. In this case, what we are doing is, now for a brand, how this things, everything overall looks the same. In this case, now what happens is we enable the brand to track all the suppliers that are nominated by you to us. For example, any brand, in this case, like there are 3 to 4 suppliers I can see. So on a single window, you will be able to track all the orders that have been placed by your vendors with their quantities, with their ETDs, what is the status of their shipments, what are the, whether the goods have been delivered or not. So all those and percentage variations, anything that you would want to see for your particular factory that you want, for all the orders that have been placed to us. Similarly, you can track everything over here. Again, the bulk order report, sample order report, almost everything else stays the same over here, and the details of the contact person in our company also are given for you. So I hope this little effort from our side would help in simplifying the business with our buyers, and it may help you in tracking your orders in a better way. So all the login details shall be provided to you. In case yet you have not got the login details for your company or for your brand, you may please contact the concerned salesperson or merchant at our company, and they will be glad to share the login details with you so that you can come and experience this platform. We would be really glad if you could share a kind feedback or improvements that you ought to get on the platform, so that we can improve this further. There are a lot of things that we are doing on the back end to improve the user experience, and your support is always more than welcome in this regards. Thank you so much.